Thank you very much for tuning back into the Unprofessional Professional Opinion. I am again your host, Nicholas Santos Salguero, and this is where I voice my opinions on sports topics. And this topic I'm going to cover now is my college football upsets of the week. And I'm just going to dive right in because I'm going to explain why I think there's an upset. So my first upset this week is Tennessee versus West Virginia. I think Tennessee wins that game at home. I just feel like they going to go right through the hype of a new head coach. A lot of players coming back from last year. Last year was a down year for Tennessee. Now their players have more experience. I think West Virginia is going to stumble out of the gates. So Will Greer is going to have a great game, but I don't think he's going to be able to do enough to carry West Virginia past Tennessee. And this is mostly just a gut feeling. I feel like Tennessee always pulls out one big win out of the year. I got Tennessee winning 20-14. My next upset of the week will be LSU beating Miami of Florida. LSU, I think, will have a great comeback season. I'm really hyped to see what their team achieves this year. I think they're going to achieve a lot of great things. They'll finish second in the SEC division that they're in against Alabama. I think Alabama takes that division, but LSU will finish second. Also, I think LSU beats Alabama this year. But that's another upset for another week later down the year. But this upset, I think LSU beats Miami. Miami doesn't have that good of an awesome offensive line. LSU always has a great pass rush, great D-line, ready to come and attack. They always have a stout run game. They actually have a quarterback who might be able to throw the ball this year. And give LSU a quarterback, and they'll be a really good team. They always have a stout defense. Miami's going to be too much riding the hype from last year. They're going to see the success for last year. I think they're going to have it this year. Whenever Miami plays out-of-conference opponents, they don't usually do that well. They lost to Wisconsin last year. They finished in a down last year. I just think LSU steals a win right out of the gate against a great Miami team. I think Miami will have a great season, but I just think LSU steals this win right out of the gate. My next upset will be Virginia Tech over Florida State. I just think, I know I said Tennessee has a new head coach, and they're going to be riding that wave. Florida State's had a new head coach, and they have a lot of players returning from injury. And I just think it'll take them more time to adjust and get accustomed to the college football season. I think Virginia Tech is an experienced team. They have a great head coach. They always have a great defense, Beaver ball. I just think they take and steal this win at Florida State. It's gonna be a huge upset. I just like Virginia Tech. I think they make it to if not Miami, they make it to the ACT championship game this year. Not win it, make it. I think Clemson wins it, but I see Virginia Tech beating Florida State at home to start off this season. I mean, I should know Virginia Tech's known for this. They knocked out Ohio State a few years back. Ohio State recovered and won the national championship that year, but still, Virginia Tech is known for some huge upsets in the beginning of the year. And my last one's not really an upset because I don't have the team winning, but it's an upset as I have Louisville staying within 10 points of Alabama by the end of the game. I think Louisville's offense is a recipe for disaster against a Nick Saban-led defense. Nick Saban's not good at containing quarterbacks that can run the ball, and I think Louisville scores and kind of keeps up with Alabama until towards the end. I do believe Alabama has the best team in the nation and one of the best quarterbacks in the nation, in Tuva, or however you say his name. I keep murdering his name. I'm sorry, but Alabama's got a quarterback, and they're for real, guys. They're gonna be good this year, but it's gonna take a few weeks before they really start clicking. And I just think that team's really good, but Louisville is one of those weird teams that'll give Alabama fits and be able to keep up with them, and toward the end, Alabama will pull away and win like 38-30 or something like that. Okay, so my first weekly prediction is Ohio State at Oregon State. I think Ohio State wins 31-17. Ohio State usually begins off every beginning of the year, first game slow, so it'll be tight going into halftime, but I think Ohio State will pick it up at the second half like they do every year. And this is the first game without Urban Meyer as the league head coach. So I wonder how much long it's going to take for them to adjust. My next game is Texas. I have Texas winning 24-10. I feel like Maryland will give them a little bit of a fight. Texas always seems to play these games lackluster to begin off, but eventually they have a great head coach who I think will finally turn around that program from its losing ways, like Mac Brown's type of era, and pull away late to beat Maryland 24-10. I obviously have my West Virginia Tennessee upset up there. I think the Boise State Troy game will be interesting. Boise State wins 28-17. Don't sleep on this Troy team later in the year. They are a good coach team and will have a decent year for a Sun Belt team. Boise State always plays out of conference opponents hard. They usually win those games. They lose a few of them here and there. But I think I like Boise State a lot this year. I think they are the non-F Power 5 team to make it to a New Year's bowl game. And hope maybe they make the playoffs in a few years. Obviously, I have my LSU Miami game. LSU wins 21-17. I got my VTech versus FSU upset. VTech wins 14-10. Now, Auburn against Washington. I think Auburn wins this game. They're at home. I think they win 28-24. They have that second-year quarterback now, who was a freshman last year and did amazing until towards the end. Obviously, against UCF and Georgia, he didn't play that well, throwing picks and stuff like that. But this year, he's more experienced. They have more talent, and I like Auburn going in. And then finally, I have Michigan against Notre Dame. I have Notre Dame winning 31-30, a classic score. I had Notre Dame making the playoffs this year, so a win against Michigan will really help my cause. And it's just a gut feeling. I mean, Notre Dame is experienced. They have Brian Kelly. Brian Kelly's at home. They beat a lot of great opponents at home. Other than Georgia last year, they should have won, but they lost by an extra point. Michigan's going to have a new quarterback under helm. It's going to take them a minute to get adjusted. I just really like Notre Dame this year. Those are my college football upsets. Thank you for tuning in. Upsets and weekly predictions. Thank you for tuning in. And if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please let me know in the comments section. If you like what you saw, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel.
Thank you very much for tuning in for the 97.5 The Unprofessed Professional Opinion with your host, Nicholas Santos Salguero. Please come back and listen to us again tomorrow or next week.